Good morning and welcome to My Left Ear. I am Carrie Freeman, the writer, producer, director of My Left Ear. And this is Monday morning. I did a long video on Saturday, and then I did a Patreon video yesterday for Patreon subscribers on many scams that I have been victim to without losing money, by the way. So I just want to say that. So today we're going to do the weekly runes, which I've just, without announcing it, I just kind of started doing it on Mondays. It feels good and right. So this is a left-leaning YouTube channel, just so you don't like turn a corner and end up in a place you don't want. So that's right. But I'm not radical. I'm sort of a common sense mystic. And my left ear is my mystic side because I get a lot of information that comes right through my left ear. And I've been getting a lot lately, by the way. All right, so here we go. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Something really tickled me this morning, like a little bit of good evidence because it lit me up. So I'm going to share it with you. It's just kind of funny. I got a mention, in the comments, which I try to read all of them, as you know, and respond to some. And the man said, I don't want to say his name or anything or, embarrass him, out him or anything like that. He said, lady, you know how to wear a hat. That made me feel great because I'm going to be wearing hats more, like I told you, until I sort of leave my scalp alone and do a lot of treatments and stuff like that. All right, so here's the runes for the week of June 19th, which is today, through June 25th, Sunday. The first rune I pulled, and the question I asked, I was very specific this morning because I have a lot of personal energy that's going on right now, intense. Some of it really good, but it's intense. And so I said to the runes, because my hand goes into that bag, and I'm feeling around, I go, this is not about me. I was like, this is about, the country and overall weekly energy. So I just didn't want the runes to get confused because I've got some big energy going on right now. So I got the self, all right? And what I did this morning, it just kind of came to me. So when I had a comment, I put it in brackets, so it doesn't come from the runes, it comes from me. So this one, I put Trump. This self is about Trump. And it really is about the country this week. So it says, the starting point is the self. It's the essence of water. And here's the block for him. Only clarity and willingness to change is effective now. And you and I know that's impossible because he is who he is. But here it is. I'm reading it to you. A correct relationship to yourself is primary. And he doesn't have a correct relationship with anybody, anything, or himself except money. He's one of the most shallow people that has ever walked the earth. The runes say, be in the world, but not of it. And I don't think he's in the world. I think he's in his own world. It says, strive to live the ordinary life in a non-ordinary way. And he doesn't know how to do that. And then it says, which is good, a time of major growth and rectification is at hand. Now that's this week. And just for the fun of it, I looked up rectification. I know what it means, but I wanted to see what's another simple, synonym. And it said, the action of putting something right. Trump will not be putting anything right. But I tell you what, the DOJ may be putting something right. That really came through that way. So rectification must come before progress. The DOJ may put something right, but not Trump. So it's interesting. And then the second rune about this week was wholeness. And wholeness is really nice. After traveling through the entire set of runes, we come to wholeness, that which our nature requires. And we're craving, you and I and everybody who's sane is craving wholeness, right? Correct? That which our nature requires. I think anybody who's trying to be conscious is striving for that. I'm always striving for it. It involves the impulse towards self-realization, as if those of us who are sane want to get back to this balance, to this sense of wholeness. It represents the wholeness to which we all belong and are connected. It speaks, this is really lovely, it speaks of basking in the glory of the sun's rays. And I wrote, out of the darkness. And it says, through wholeness, a new, stronger, more solid and higher foundation is created. It is a rune of great power, making life force available to us. Now, the book says you, but I'm including, millions of people with this. It can allude to regeneration, which is great, down to the cellular level, so it's like deep. It's like a harvest, although it is not the rune of harvest, but it is like a harvest. And we're ready to carry through the dark of winter's night. I find that so meaningful because of what we've all been through, and that there is so much depression on the planet, on our part of the universe. The numbers are spiking in depression, a lot of darkness, as you know. But it's like being carried across that. So it says, vanquish any refusal to let right action flow through you. So let and believe in right action flowing through all of us. And it has to do with achievement and celebration. I'm going to comment all this in a minute. And then the last rune is breakthrough. It's the spiritual warrior. And the spiritual warriors are going to have a breakthrough. And that would, our big ones are, the DOJ and Jack Smith and blah, blah, blah. It signals a major shift or breakthrough in the process of self-change. And that self-change has to do with the United States, not any one individual, because Donald Trump is not going to change. It's actually going to get worse. It's a complete transformation. So it's like taking back our power very slowly, and I want to repeat, very slowly. And for some, it's a transition that is so radical that they are no longer able to live life the ordinary way. I'm referring to the GOP, but right now what's coming through is, what if Trump visibly violates his bond agreement and et cetera, and he gets called to jail before the trial even starts? I'm just saying, what if? And it says, because the timing is right, the outcome is assured, although not from the present vantage point. Radical trust is called for. I think, we're looking at some surprises this week, but surprises that will be good for us, Democrats, people that believe in freedom. It is the bright warmth of the sun as it breaks through final barriers, illuminating the true inner self. Breakthrough speaks of prosperity, of being able to break through that which has held us back from progression. It's akin, I love this line, it's akin to being released from a quagmire. And my God, we really have been in a quagmire. The sudden release of energies may well propel the U.S. forward. That's from me. The book says may propel you forward, but that's my interjection. Keep your balance, folks, and use your instincts, because a major period of achievement and prosperity is often reduced. This is really just insightful and terrific. And it leads, last week was very difficult. Very difficult. because we're always being gaslighted and shocked and blindsided. Something's going to come to the forefront this week. Something new, some piece of news. I don't think there's going to be any news about the insurrectionists in the House and the Senate, but that's coming, and that will be like a glory day where we should all form a choir and sing "Oh, Happy Day" when Paul Gosar and Ted Cruz and Gates and Biggs and all of these disgusting people, of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene, get a subpoena, get an indictment, make a deal, make a plea deal. I don't think that's going to be the thing that's going to happen this week, but I'm waiting for that big time. But let's just have faith in these runes. They call a lot of truths. And so it's good to walk around simply expecting the sunlight. That's a good frame of mind to just carry around. So let's carry that around this week. I'm not doing my normal show because I did so much on Saturday, but there's a quote I like by Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and it's really interesting. He wrote, "There are times when you can judge a person by the enemies they make." So think about the enemy, the GOP, Trump, and we're good. We're in alignment with honor. We are. So they're the enemies. All right. More to come. I tell you what, it's the weirdest thing, but wearing the hat makes it easier for me to do the videos because I don't have as much fussing. And I thought, Stephanie Miller, who's been, a podcaster and visible, and she did all over the country with her crew, including Rob Reiner. I think it's called The Sexy Liberal Show. I saw it once live in Hollywood, and it was a lot of fun. A friend of mine was on the radio with Stephanie, and he got a very serious illness, and he doesn't do it anymore. But I went to see him that night. He did great impressions. So Stephanie Miller is a very pretty woman, and she pods from her basement. I've actually been to her home. I'm not bragging, but this man who was on her show, Jim, he and his wife would take me to her house. So I've actually been at Stephanie Miller's house for Thanksgiving and for the night Obama was elected. And so I know her house. It's a big, cool house. And she's got this set up in the basement where they all do the podcast. But every day she wears a hat. And you know what? I kind of know why. Anyway, hi, Stephanie Miller. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you soon. I'll keep you updated. I'm very good about posting in the community section. And just one more note. I'm looking for subscribers. I'm looking for likes. And, I love your comments. I love your comments. Y'all, you make me feel really good, right? Because rarely do I get nasty comments. When I do, it's like, bing. All right, have a good week. Expect good things. I'll talk to you soon. And make peace, make memories, small gestures. Bye-bye.